I'm growing my bangs. So I'm very sorry, but we are all going to be in for some very, very unfortunate hair. But that's okay. My hair actually grows pretty fast, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But just know that this situation's going to be kind of funky for a while. So hi, if you're still here and you're still watching, welcome back. And I'm going to address the elephant in the room right now, which is the elephant of Halloween and the fact that I didn't do anything for Halloween. And the fact that I didn't do anything for Halloween kind of gave me some stress. But then I realized that the reason that I didn't do anything was that my body was telling me that I needed to stop and that I needed to rest. And I listen when my body says, stop, you need rest. The week leading up to it and including Halloween, I had the nastiest migraine. I think a lot of it was weather related. That seems to be my trigger. If I'm going to get a nasty headache, it's usually the pressure, or it might have also been allergy related. So I think it was like a hot mess mix of those two. So on Halloween night, I was in bed, probably like around 7, medicated, and just kind of out to the world. So we're gonna now move forward. And I am drinking chocolate rum, which I will get into in a moment. But first, for the next 4 weeks, I am kind of switching things up. So instead of cooking from a treasury of great recipes, I'm going to be cooking from Vincent Price's Cooking Pricewise. I've got like my Vincent's lining up here. So what is Cooking Pricewise? Cooking Pricewise was a 6-part television series that aired in Great Britain in 1971 on ITV. It's a Vincent Price cooking show is what it is. And so basically it is international cuisine, but it is accessible international cuisine. All of the recipes and Cooking Pricewise are very simple. They're very straightforward, and they include ingredients that you can find in the grocery store. This book was out of print for a number of years. It has since been republished. The preface to the book is written by Vincent's daughter, Victoria, and she makes the comment that she has not seen many videos of the cooking show. And from what Victoria writes about in the book, she says that the series was done on a very low budget, and that low budget led to a lot of comedic error, and it was not intentional. I don't think they did many takes like a regular TV show would. So for the next 4 weeks, I am going to be using Cooking Pricewise and making a selection of recipes. Last night and this morning, I made chocolate rum. And basically, it is 3 ingredients. It is drinking chocolate, it's milk, and it's rum. 1 cup of hot milk. I am using Oatly oat milk, 2 teaspoons drinking chocolate, and 3 teaspoons rum. 3 teaspoons rum comes to half of an ounce. Drinking chocolate is different than what we in the United States would call hot chocolate or hot cocoa, in that drinking chocolate still contains all of the chocolate fat. So it has cocoa butter in it. And the cocoa butter leads to a smoother, creamier drink. And I really like it a lot. The powdered hot chocolates that we have that we're more accustomed to here in the States, that cocoa butter has been removed. So the recipe that is in the cookbook doesn't really give much information. It just says milk, drinking chocolate, and rum. So I decided that I would spice things up. I got a spicy chili drinking chocolate. It has cayenne, it's got some cinnamon, has some orange essence to it. The rum that I used is the rum that we use in our eggnog. It's a plantation Jamaican rum. And the milk I used, oat milk, because that's the milk that I drink. I made the recipe twice. I did Vincent's version, and then I scaled up the measurements to be what the back of the package, the serving size for the drinking chocolate would be. My drinking chocolate, the serving size was 2 tablespoons. I used a cup of milk, I did 2 tablespoons of the drinking chocolate, and I increased the rum to 1 ounce from the previous half of an ounce. I will tell you, you can't taste rum at all. I don't know if my drinking chocolate was more flavor neutral to where it was just drinking chocolate, like a Cadbury drinking chocolate, if the rum would complement or the rum would add to the flavor. It did not add to the flavor of the drinking chocolate that I chose. I honestly don't think that it needs it, but that's not the recipe and it's not mine to say. So from here, heat your milk. I used the microwave. Pour the hot milk into a mug, add in the drinking chocolate, add in the rum, stir to combine, and serve at once. So the tasting, again, I know that my drinking chocolate is different. My drinking chocolate is spicy, and it's delicious. I'm glad that I did this recipe because now I have drinking chocolate, and it is really, really good. So I made it last night, and I did the 2 tablespoon version last night, and I was up for most of the night. So I think that the caffeine content in the drinking chocolate is probably a little bit more than the caffeine content in a hot chocolate. Chocolate does contain caffeine, but I was up for a large chunk of the night. So be aware of that. It's not a nightcap at all. So coming up on the channel, so for the next 4 weeks, we are going to be cooking Price Wise. And then for the 4 weeks following that, which is December holiday season leading through, I feel like the end is January the 2nd. I'm going to be doing holiday cooking from a treasury of great recipes. So I decided while I was going through the book that I would find holiday type items that I think you would take to a holiday gathering or a party. So I'm going to talk about a Yule log. I have gone through a treasury several times now. I swear I saw that it had a Yule log in it, and now I can't find it. I did consider trying to do a Yule log if it was in the book, but again, I could have sworn as I am looking at the camera today that it had a Yule log, but I can't find it. That's what's going to happen for the next 8 weeks. I do have some cemetery visits planned, interspersed in between, and I do want to, once we're probably into spring, because Texas weather is kind of strange in the wintertime, so I don't really want to plan to travel to do things in January and February because the weather is too much of a variable. But I do want to head up to Dallas because I do want to do a whole series on John F. Kennedy. That's a whole other story that I'm not going to get into, but that's going to be happening. And that will start with a trip to the Texas State Cemetery that's down the street, probably coming up pretty quick. And for those of you that are still here, I want to sincerely say thank you. Since I decided to start doing this whole hobby and this whole YouTube thing, it is very relaxing to me. I find it very fun. I know a lot of my followers that I have so far. The channel will grow, but right now it's like I'm talking to a group of my close friends that I don't get to see all the time. So I think that's part of the fun in sharing things, is that at least at this early stage right now, I know who almost all of you are. I think it's fun. I think it's exciting. So thank you for subscribing. If you're new, please feel free to subscribe. And so we will start cooking and growing and seeing where the channel goes from there. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I'm about to go make some gnocchi from scratch, because that is technically the first recipe in Cooking Price Wise. The chocolate rum was just kind of a bonus. I don't think it needs the rum. I think if you want to experience drinking chocolate, get a nice quality drinking chocolate, not hot chocolate, but drinking chocolate, and add it to the milk that you like and have at it. You should just get a really nice drinking chocolate and enjoy it because it is very tasty. I will see you next time with potato gnocchi. We'll see how that goes. Thank you so much.